In few previous videos, we have covered multiple ways to create a dropdown in ASP.NET Core. Now today in this video we will learn how to create a multi-select dropdown in ASP.NET Core. Let's start. We will learn how to create a multi-select dropdown in ASP.NET Core. And several other things which are required to create a multi-select dropdown we will learn in this video. Let's open the Visual Studio. Again we are back to our bookstore web application and we have created a dropdown in book controller. Let's open the book controller. Here we have add new book action method and this is the data that is used to create a dropdown in ASP.NET Core. Let's open the corresponding view. So right click on this one and choose go to view. Over here you can notice that this is the select tag which is required to create this dropdown onto this view form. Here we are using two attributes. First one is ASP4. We are binding the model property to this ASP4 and we are passing all the items, or we can say data, in this ASP items attribute. By this time we are only able to select one value from this dropdown. Now there are some requirements where we need to select multiple values from this dropdown. Before creating the multi-select dropdown in ASP.NET Core, just focus on the concept. Suppose right now we are selecting only one value and this one value, the type is suppose a string, and we are storing this value in this language property. The type of this language property is string. So we are able to store this value into the model property. Now we will select multiple data from this dropdown, and to get this data into the model, we need something which can handle all these data in single property. So basically we need to create a new property with type list of string into our model. Let's open the model. So here is the book model that we are using in this tutorial. And if I make some changes in this existing language property, then you can see that there are 13 references. I need to update all of them. Just to avoid the error, I can create one more property over here. Let's copy this property and let's just paste it over here. You can make the changes in the existing property as well. I'm not doing that just because to avoid the reference errors. Okay, so suppose here I need to use list of string and let's give it some other name. Suppose I'm writing multi-language. Let's use this required over here. Please choose the language of your book. Here we can write please choose the languages of your book. Okay, so let's copy this multiple language and now go to the form. Over here we can replace this language with the multi-language. Let's paste it over here and let's do the same for this validation as well. Okay, now we are good to go. We are using this multi-language property over here in this select, and right now if you will notice that we have only updated the name of our property, but we need to make some changes into this select tag as well. How can we do that? We need to simply use one more attribute with name multiple over here. If you will add this multiple to your dropdown, then only you will be able to select multiple values from this dropdown. Okay, now let's run this application by pressing F5. Let's click on this add new book link. Over here you can notice that the design of this dropdown has been updated little bit. Here we can select multiple values now. So suppose I want to select Hindi and English, both of them. So I need to press Control button and I can select both the values. Now let's click on this add book. Over here in the post method you can notice that we are getting two values in this multi-language property. Since we have selected two languages into the dropdown, that is why we are having two values over here. Let's click on the continue button. This time you can notice that this dropdown has been updated little bit. Why? Because we are still passing this old data in this viewback.language from this post method. In order to get the entire data, we need to update this viewback.language into this post method as well. So let's copy this entire data and let's paste it over here in this post method. If you do not want to use group, then you can remove all of them altogether. If you want to add the group, then you can add them. If you do not want to add the groups, then you can remove them. Suppose now I do not want to use group. And now we need to update the same thing into the get method. So let's just copy this data and paste it over here. Now in both the method, that is get and post, we have same data. Again let's run this application in debug mode. Click on the add new book again. This time you can notice that we are having 6 values into our drop down. We can select multiple values from this drop down as per the need of our application. Click on the add book, and this time you can notice that we are having 2 values for 2 different languages. Let's click on the continue button, and this time everything is working fine. This is how you can create a multi-select dropdown into your ASP.NET Core. That is all in this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Tell me your feedback or suggestion or any query into the comment section. Kindly share this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.